What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. This time I'm reviewing the game Last Action Hero, which was released on the NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, Sega Game Gear, Amiga, and PC by Sony Imagesoft and Psygnosis. And this game is pretty much based off of the movie Last Action Hero starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Pretty much shared the same plot too, where a boy named Danny was watching his favorite movie called Slater, and he found himself with a magic ticket that transported him into the movie he was watching. You know what I'm saying? And like later on, the main antagonist, Mr. Bennett, pretty much used that same ticket to transport out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? To do some major damage. You know, not I don't want to say major damage, so he wanted to further his illegal operations from the big screen to New York City and stuff. Now, there's a number of stages in Last Action Hero that you will play through, but they vary in number depending on the version you're playing. Now, the NES version of Last Action Hero has pretty much 9 stages. You know what I'm saying? And it is worth noting that the NES version, Game Boy version, and Second Game Gear version don't have Mr. Bennett as the main antagonist, which doesn't make any sense to me since Mr. Bennett is the main antagonist in the movie. They should have put him in the NES version, Game Gear version, and Game Boy version. It does make sense. You know what I'm saying? Um, like in RoboCop on the NES, the last enemy that you face is add to on there because that's who RoboCop faced in the movie when he blasted it with the Cobra gun. You know what I'm saying? So what were they thinking about? You know what I'm saying? Now, you could do kicks and punches. You know what I'm saying? You could press B for punching. I think just A for punching, up and A for kicking. Now the latter pretty much don't make sense to me. It's just an unnecessary programming decision. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted him to do kicks, just have the player push A for the kicks, B for the punches. You know what I'm saying? Like let's consider Double Dragon. I would say the Double Dragon trilogy, for that matter, on the NES. Wherever button you pushed for the kicks, you don't press up and A or up and B for the kicks. It's because Trade Wrestling and Acclaim knew not to make it more unnecessary than it already should be. You know, I don't know what type of weapons you use, but I guess you pretty much use like a revolver or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If there's any weapons for you to use, you know what I'm saying? I didn't bother to check for any weapons while playing the game. You know what I'm saying? I would say if you were to look at all of the movies that had a video game adaptation on the NES, I would say that the NES version of Last Action Hero is more faithful to the source material than I would say the majority of the movies that got a video game adaptation on the NES and everything. So that is a positive, but that's not enough to save this particular game. I can tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I've noticed that none of the guys that work for Mr. Bennett are in this game. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all of the henchmen of Mr. Bennett, and I guess it's probably like the main ones. If you look at the main henchmen of Bennett, there's probably like 6 or 7, something like that. I never watched the movie itself, so I'm just throwing the number out there. But all of the main henchmen of Mr. Bennett should have been in this game, and they should have served them as bosses. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they didn't go this route. I don't know. It was like, I guess that was a common theme back during the NES life cycle where a lot of the henchmen from different movies did not show up in the NES adaptation of these movies and stuff. So the only enemy in the game that's from the movie is Mr. Benny himself. You know, and when you look at the cutscenes, they just look a mess. You know what I'm saying? Of course, this leads me to the graphics and level design. And to be quite honest with you, they're just plain old awful. You know what I'm saying? And the color palettes are just straight up bland, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? The controls and gameplay are completely forgettable at best. You know what I'm saying? And they're pretty repetitive too. So you're not going to get a lot of enjoyment with the controls. You know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack, I can say it's a joke. It's forgettable, bland. I wished they had took the soundtrack from the movie at least and put it in here, but I doubt. But there's no semblance of the movie soundtrack in this game, from what I can tell. Now, I guess the way I'm putting it is that if they had the soundtrack from the movie in this game, it could have stood a chance of being decent. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Last Action Hero, in my opinion, for the NES, Super Nintendo, and the other consoles, it's pretty much a bad game that's based on a mediocre movie that made a lot of money, and that's why this game, that's why Last Action Hero got a video game adaptation because it made a lot of money. And to be truthful, Last Action Hero technically didn't need a video game adaptation, you know. So I would say, regards to this game, I would say skip it. There's better games to play on the NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Genesis, Game Gear, Amiga, and the PC. You know what I'm saying? That came from that particular time. You know what I'm saying? In regards to the life cycles of each of these consoles. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score, I definitely give it Last Action Hero a 3 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? There's a This game is not worth playing. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, if you played Last Action Hero, regardless of the version, you can mention it in the comment section. If there's any gripes that I honestly overlooked that I didn't pay attention to, you can mention that also. You know what I'm saying? If you think this is the worst uh, game pretty much based off of Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, you can pretty much mention that also. With that being said, if you like my video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.